You must be good for something, but you ain't no good to me, by Martin Keating. Derek Dowdle thinks he's my boss. He'd like me to believe it and all. Derek's a big fucker, and ugly, needless to say. So bulked up around the shoulders that he goes through ordinary doors sideways. That's steroids for you. Where it matters, between the ears and between the thighs, he's got nothing. He gives me a snide smile and says, "Here's the Christmas list, Charlie," sliding a folded paper across the desk. "A nostalgic trip for you, for the season that's in it." I unfold the sheet and I see the names and I think, oh fuck, I don't need this. "There you go, Derek," I say, prepared to fight about it. "I've got the Christmas Eve party tonight. All that organising." "Fuck. You're coming tonight, yeah? And you'll be expecting it." And he gives me more of that sneery smile. "Fuck off. That's disrespectful, that is." I grab my tool bag and I go out the door of the porta cabin. His laughter follows me into the yard. I throw my tools into the boot of the Jeep. Moeller, meanwhile, has climbed into the front passenger seat. "Where to, boss?" he asks. "I can do this shit on my own, thanks," I tell him. "Derek says it's safer if I come." "Derek is not my fucking boss." "He's my boss," Moeller laughs. I start the Jeep and we squirt off in a cloud of dust and gravel. I'm tired of explaining things to this big Polish fucker. Let Derek be his boss if that's how Moeller wants it. Derek is a partner in our business. These days, he's abandoned finance in favour of running his gym and dosing himself with steroids and diuretics and oiling himself up and posing in his little leather ball pouch and making like he's fucking Ray Liotta's love child by Ray fucking Winston. He does what he does, but I bring home the earnings. And in a couple more years, my share will be better than 50%. And then, if Derek wants a bare knuckle, scratch and kick fight to the finish, I for sure will give him one. I take a sharp turn out of the yard, and Moeller has to clutch the armrest in the door and brace himself against the dashboard. "You know you'll wreck the gearbox driving like that," he tells me. We sweep down on my old hometown, under a sky that's the colour of an old bruise. Like villains in a movie, there's a guy emoting on the radio. The vulnerable and the marginalised. It's a real weep session. Him, the presenter, some politician bitch, yada yada yada. Right on, man, the vulnerable and marginalised. Deadbeats, one and all. You can always find them a handout time, but when it's time to pay their debts, it's a whole different matter. I should know. I'm their banker. I hate this fucking town. I left it, swearing never to return. But I guess I'm like the dog in his vomit. Even the Christmas lights and the big tree in the square and the bunting can't brighten this place. Moeller looks out the window, makes a noise. "Welcome home, Charlie." The dirty wingers wink at me. First call. I go to the boot while Moeller rings the doorbell. I come up to the house and I let them see Mr. Sledge through the glass panel beside the door. A thin female face appears and disappears. I squat down and I push the leather flap. "I haven't got time for fucking huffing and puffing, little pigs. You come out or the door goes in, your choice." I pause and then start the countdown. 5, 4. The woman shivers back and lets me in, showing a properly respectful attitude, but my debtor is shouting from the front room. Nasty personal stuff and bullshit about rights that he must have read in some anti-austerity leaflet. "You pricks can't come in here," is the gist of his argument. "Fuck off or I'm calling the coppers." He's splayed out on the sofa, fat fuck. Instant noodles drying on his chin, and the big plasma screen front and centre in the cosy nest he's made for himself. I bring him up to date. Your partner invited us in. We're here in regard to an instalment payment that might have slipped your mind, with your hectic schedule and all. He's watching Moeller, who has eased into a ready stance. He is thinking that my associate could do him some serious soft tissue damage. He is concerned about the wrong person. I will take a payment of €200 now, Mr. M, I say. His slack jaw forms itself into an aggrieved look. Hey, fuck you, Charlie Curry. The payment is €100. Was, I correct him. Until you made me come here today. It's a long drive and I need compensation for the emotional damage I suffer being in your fat and futile presence. You can fuck off. I ain't got it. And if you touch me, right? If you touch me, you'll get done. Do I look like I want to touch you? Moeller moves in closer, and the guy twists himself into a defensive position. He rabbits on about how he'll have it in a couple of weeks. He's had an injury. He points to the dirty bandage on his ankle. He's going to get compo, disability, and then he can settle up. Meantime, I have to be patient. That big screen TV tells me he's settled his claim already. I know there's money in this house. I know by the way his wide-eyed woman is hanging around, ignoring the whingy baby in the blue bath on the kitchen table. Fuckers like this think they're smarter than me. God, how I hate these fucked up places. They're hopeless scams. They're neglected children. I mean, who do they think they're fooling? Not me. Christmas is a time for giving. Lessons, in this case. The family shiftless go woo as Mr. Sledge flexes his long hard shaft. Crash, the TV goes over. Whomp, deadbeat dad scores some genuine ankle trauma. While he's rolling around on the floor, waiting for the shock to pass and the screaming to begin, I make Mammy a proposition. Perhaps you would give me 200 now, so we can leave you to enjoy the rest of your day in peace. Don't, Jesus Christ, give him nothing. Call the cops, call the fucking cops. Old deadbeat lies there screaming. His woman stands there quivering. I really haven't got time for this. Back door, Moeller. I hand him Mr. Sledge as we move into the kitchen. Moeller turns the key and pushes the door out. As I pick up the bath, the scabby infant gives a resentful frown. Nothing personal, kiddo, I assure him. It's the price of picking the wrong parents. Mammy is hearing a call to action loud and clear now. While I limber up with a few mild practice swings, she scampers through to the backyard. No, please don't, she's saying, not taking her eyes off the blue bath. 3, 2, 1, blast off, I say. Whoosh goes the blue plastic bath. Whoosh goes the big blue-eyed baby. Up into the clean blue air. Ah! Mammy dives to the left. She catches the kid just before the bath whacks her on the head. Good guess, I give a respectful clap. Good catch. If she hadn't taken the path of scrounging and having ugly children by useless men, who knows? She might have had a career as a regular rugby fullback. Deadbeat dad is getting the picture in Technicolor now. Oh shit, you dirty cunt. It's in the airing cupboard. You bastard, you. We take €200, no more. The family is clustered together wailing as we come down. I pause at the door to remind him. You still owe €400. Next time, you better bring it to me. Or better still, send the kid. It'd make you weep, really. The amount of shit in this world caused by stupidity. The moronic fuck had an easy choice and a hard one. And guess which one he took? I was going to get my 200 anyway. But now he's got to get himself a new TV and the doctor's visits and the physiotherapy. Neither his kid nor his woman is going to sleep right for a week. And it'll be next Christmas before he gets fucked in a good way. Molar closes the front door ever so softly and shakes his big pole head. I don't know you should bust up a guy's leg and throw a kid about so. Conscience isn't part of his job description, but all the same, it's kind of cool that he has one. I reassure him. She was always going to catch the brat. How so? She had the motivation. If I threw your kid up in the air, Molar, you'd catch him. Yeah, and then I fucking kill you, man. Like this would ever arise. He's got a job, a normal life, a stable family environment. He doesn't need crisis finance, so no call for his kid to get flying lessons. For real, Charlie, for fucking real. If you ever touch my kids, Molar says, looking mightily pissed off. I tell him that if he's so concerned for our clients, he should think of becoming a social worker. Puh, he says. Thirsty work it is. In the old informal finances sector, I suggest we have a bevy at Keelty's. Let word of our presence percolate throughout the town. Molar drinks neat vodka. All the Poles have got tin guts. We clink glasses. Cheers, Molar, mate. Why you call me that instead of my name? He's rightly cranky. I can't pronounce your name, mate. It's Zbigniew or Molly Zwidzicki or something. Were vowels like rationed back in the good old commie days? I ask him. Did the party only give them out to members? Oh, ho, ho, ho. I dribble water into my Bushmills. He drains his glass in a single swallow. Some of my future customers are playing poker for brass money. If I'd stuck around, that would be my regular table, with the rest of the futureless fuckers. One catches my eye, blushes like a girl and looks away again. I know him from somewhere, way back. He knows my name, and I couldn't give a shit what his is. There's a moral there. I used to come in this gaff back in the day, when I had a thing for Keelty's daughter, Deirdre. She was a sweet kid, with a gentle nature and soft skin that bruised easily, and she told me all his secrets. Speak of the devil, and he appears. I say hi, and he glares at me. Brave of him, considering what I know about his fatherly affections. This is like your home place, boss? Molar asks. You must have your share of shitholes back in Poland. This is more like Russia, you know. Everyone drinking and all depressed all the time. I laugh. He thrusts out a thoughtful lower lip. Maybe I exaggerate. The bombs here is dressed better. As we leave, we see a cop car pulled up outside. I wave, but they don't wave back. Unfriendly lot, the fuzz. I wait for them to get out of the car, come across and ask us to blow in the bag if they dare. They sit and stare at us like little kids stare through the glass at the dangerous animals in the zoo. They watch us drive off. Have you brought your license? I asked Molar. I made him get an Irish license when he started working for me. See, my name is spelled out there, he said, holding up the license to point this out to me. I know how to spell it, I just can't fucking say it. He tells me how to pronounce his name. I prefer Molar, I say. It has bite. He makes another puh sound. We finish our morning rounds. The Sink Estate social media have been active, and our next client is waiting at the top of her cul-de-sac. 300 in old notes. She listens humbly when I explain to her the bit that she has missed in maths class about compound interest, and how if you don't watch that fucker, it'll all go geometric on you. Defaulter number 3 has his balance and the 100 over already. I like to see that kind of responsible attitude, so I rebate him a tenner to get his kiddie something for Christmas. It's not all about punishing. You're a real Santa Claus, Moeller says. Cheeky prick. You have Christmas in the third world, do you? I ask him. Last call is on the top of the hill overlooking town. I'm thinking just get it done and get the fuck out of this place. Up here, the big houses look west, away from the mess and the stench. The church is up here too, and the graveyard. In my hometown, you make it to the top of the hill in the end, one way or the other. Another house call for Dr. Debt. Toby is a gambler. He can't help it, he says. Maybe I looked at his cars and his house and his fit misses, and I thought, here's someone who'll always be able to come up with the readies. But Toby had burned a lot of cash and friendships before he rolled my way. So, big time as he looks, he's still the same cheap goods I usually deal in. Here there's no call for Mr. Sledge. Rich folks are far too well bred to barricade themselves in or leg it out the back when obligations come calling. Fran, his partner, opens the door. Fit Fran, with her slutty barrister look going on. You, is it? She hisses. She's a fine piece of ass with a nasty attitude. Fuck knows why. Toby's the tossbot who's been squandering the tampon money. I'm the legitimate businessman. Is Toby home? I ask in my best house call manner. She points toward a room from which the sound of sports commentary is coming. Good old Tobe could get lessons on grace under pressure. Getting on first names immediately. Charlie, hi. Come in. No need to call in person, my friend. Everything's cool. He doesn't have my money. You were due yesterday, Toby. Is something wrong? Yesterday? Compared with the brain-dead mass of my clients, this guy is Stephen Hawking. This is where, if he were kosher, the money clip would be putting in an appearance. He lies back and looks at the ceiling in a thoughtful sort of way. He for sure does not have my cash. I'm so sorry, Charlie. You came out all the way out here. You should have called me. I'm going to have it for you first thing Monday. Oh, no, shit, no. Monday I have to be up in court to close the transaction. Tuesday, definitely Tuesday. Oh, wait, now I might have to make it overnight in Cork. Let's make it Wednesday. Wednesday to be sure. I let him go on. That's nearly another week. There are Premier League matches and the Christmas racing at Leopardstown. Not forgetting the online casinos in real time, all the time. Just like old fat Hopalong, Tony is taking liberties. The deadbeats and their pathetic scams never surprise me. But I expect more from the top slice, considering that the field is tilted so far towards them in the first place. Such is life. I lay out the situation. You know, Toby, due date is due date. There's only one 23rd of December in this year's calendar, even for the rich folks. You're past due, which means you owe me $100 a day surcharge. So I wouldn't advise stretching it out to Wednesday. You'll owe a lot more money then that you still won't have. These folks are trained from an early age to cope with sticky social situations. Bob on benefits goes effing and arm swinging. Private school Patrick gets depressed that anyone would think that he would welch on them and puts on the proud but wounded voice. Oh, that's uncalled for, Charlie. Nice touch. I made a simple mix-up with the dates and I didn't go to the bank, but my bad. If it's really that vital, I'll go in on the Monday. But you're making such a bloody fuss, I don't see why I should have to pay another $300 because of an oversight. His pocket is as empty as his promise. He knows it and I know it too. I need money, or I need security that I will have my money on Monday. Another wounded look. How long have we been doing business? You know me. I do know you, Toby, which is why it's a case of cash now or security. He used to bathe in brandy, and he's sipping own brand water. Who's he kidding? The cupboard is bare. Only one car outside. That's an idea. I'll take the Beamer, Toby. It's worth far more than the debt, and easily convertible into parts. He can report it stolen, assuming he's carried insurance on it. Oh, come on, Charles, don't be ridiculous. A 49 grand vehicle for a 1.5 grand debt? That's disproportionate. Besides, I need transport to get your money. I'll send Moeller to get you in the car. He gets the money, you keep the car. He's screwed and he knows it. There is no money, Monday or any other day. He gives me a smile. Toss you for it. I suppose he thinks he's coming across as a sport and being strong under pressure. All I'm thinking is twice fuck all is still fuck all. Toss me the keys instead, I said. He doesn't reach for his pocket. Hey, listen, sit for a mo. I've got a proposal for you. He's got a light in his eyes, like an alky who's seen a woman made out of rum. Listening doesn't cost anything, so I sit down. You know Fran? Sure, I know Fran. I see the way you look at her. Cat can look at a queen. He tells me it's not a problem for him if Fran and I get together. Matter of fact, he'll set it up for Fran to be waiting for the bald postman's knock, if I just give him a minute. Before he leaves the room, he stops. Of course, one favour begets another. How do you feel about a little interest-free period on my obligation? Say, Wednesday next. I still owe just $1.5 grand. I go wide-eyed. He goes huffy, as if I've impugned his honour. Fair's fair. I mean, I'm not looking to repudiate the loan. I will pay you what I owe you. He goes back out. I search his desk for a second set of keys. My back is turned when I hear the door open. It ain't Foxy Fran standing there in her agent provocateurs. It's good old Toby in his PRLs and the loafers, sporting a fresh, hand-shaped wheel on his cheek. So it seems Fran wasn't as cool with getting her back on me as it seems. I toss the keys into the air and catch them. I tried, you know. I've got to get credit for that, he says. Toby, you are all out of credit. You can't leave me without a car. It's only till Monday, then we'll be square again, right? We both know that ain't true. Right. He's pretty deflated showing me out, and Fran doesn't come to say no hard feelings. I think I'll let Moeller take the Beamer. Seeing me behind the wheel just might make Toby throw himself in front of it. I come out, and there's my Jeep, and there is Moeller. What I can't see is Toby's 5 Series BMW. What the fuck? I shout. Where's the Beamer? Woman has taken it. She has flat battery, so I give her a push to get started with my big muscles, he says, flexing his biceps, real pleased with himself. I rattle the key at him. I was going to take the fucking thing for security. How I know that? You should have fucking stopped her. She don't owe us money. Guy owe us money. You don't tell me before you go in you're going to take the car. Fuck's sake. I saw lady I get arrested. Christmas in jail. No way. I got the family. You tell me to hold on to the car, I hold on to the car, but you didn't tell me that. I don't touch no woman, no account. She shot the rape or something. I've called the cops, shouts Toby through the letterbox. You'll get your money on Monday. I tear the holly wreath from Toby's front door and I kick it into the lawn. Moeller stands in my way when I go looking for Mr. Sledge. Okay, we come back Monday. Monday, I don't let anyone go anywhere. Don't fuck this up, okay? For Christmas, okay? This is not over, I shout at Toby's eyes, which are watching us through the leather slot. He knows the shit he's in. I can see the tears forming already. Leave it, boss. Molar pulls me towards the jeep.